I'm actually Palestinian Arab, and all that means is I don't look at you guys as an audience. I like to think of you all as potential hostages. All right, he laughed. Okay. Good. You're going first, buddy. And we had toys, too. We had toys. I had this doll when I was a kid called G.I. Abdullah. G.I. Abdullah, you put him in a war, he dropped his weapon, threw his hands up in the air, and started yelling this hellish scream. My mom would come running from upstairs screaming and yelling, "Get that damn toy out of the house, you're scaring the sheep." Now I'm like you guys, I'm wondering, what the hell are the sheep doing in the front room anyway? Don't they belong upstairs in the bedroom? I can tell you are a sheep-loving crowd, so I will change it to goats. Goats, sheep, what's the difference? They both feel the same, so it doesn't matter. The good side of being from the Middle East, and I want you to pay particular attention, young lady, is we get 4 wives. It says so in the Middle East Bible, the owner-operating manual for 7-Eleven, chapter 5. Now, if they had read chapter 2, by the way, this guy Richard Reed, the shoe bomber, may not have tried to do what they did because they promised him 72 virgins. And in Arabic, it's backwards. It's not 72 virgins, it's 1 virgin, and she's 72 years old. Anyway, my current wife is Jewish, and it's the truth. I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't get up here and make jokes or make light of all this stuff. My wife is Jewish, I'm Palestinian. I know that's really hard to believe given the way these people are nuts in the Middle East. They're killing each other every day. It's one guy killing this guy. But when I met my wife, she didn't know that I was Arab, and I didn't know she was Jewish. I was actually doing some consulting. I was a reporter for 20 years. I did a lot of PR. And one of my clients was the town of Cicero, where I did a lot of image consulting. I was not the guy that told the lady to wear the big wig, okay? Jeez, I can still feel that hair on my face when she's talking to me. My wife thought I was a Mexican who couldn't speak Spanish, who hated Mexican food, and I thought she was a cheap Italian. It seemed like a wedding made in heaven. I don't know. It seemed perfect. And, I remember her mother came up to me at the wedding. She's really concerned. She goes, "Hey, what are all these Arabs doing here? They can't possibly work for the banquet hall. I'm not paying for all these people." I go, those are my relatives over there. That's my mom's side. That's my dad's side. We had 900 people at the wedding. We only sent out 24 invitations. Typical wedding, I know. We had all the Arabs on one side, we had all the Jews on the other side. We didn't have a bridal party, we had a UN peacekeeping force right down the middle. We made them wear tuxedos. We had 38 casualties. 1 Jew and 37 Arabs were taken to the hospital. What are those odds about? I surrender, I'm telling you. After that, I decided I ain't going to go through that. Her father came up to me at the wedding, real nice guy, very heavy Yiddish accent, and he said, "Hey, you want to go to a Cubs game?" I wanted to break the ice. I said, "What the heck is a Cubs game?" Turns out Cubs is Yiddish for someone who promises everything but fails to deliver at the end of the season. Now, that's the #1 reason why I love to play riddles, okay? That South Side crowd always gives me a cheer for a cheap Yiddish joke, all right? That cha sound, though, truthfully, again, this is all the truth. I wouldn't lie to you guys. It's normal. Pinocchio in the Middle East is when the nose gets smaller. It's just the opposite, okay? It's a whole story. In the Middle East, Arabs and Jews are the only people in Hebrew and Arabic that have that sound. Sorry, sir, I apologize. This guy's scared I'm going to hold him hostage. I'm spitting on the guy over there. I'm really sorry. I mean, it's a terrible sound. Can you imagine the Arabs and Jews around the negotiating table trying to negotiate peace? Hello! Hello you! No, hello you! No, go hello to you! No, fuck you back! Whenever they can't work a peace agreement, they're spitting on each other for 3 hours. The paperwork, you can't even read it. They don't even know what they're signing. There's one provision. It says that if there's 18 straight days of no violence in the Middle East, I'm able to get a divorce. Yeah, well, like that's going to happen. I'm down the ketubas, all right. I'm screwed. I tried to talk to my cousin George to see if he can help me out. He's a lawyer, but George, he's half Palestinian. He knows how to build a bomb, he just doesn't know what to do with it. It's very confusing for the guy. He married a Polish woman. Yeah. No, it helped out. Now he knows what to do with the bomb, he just can't find 3 people to help him light the fuse. I got a cousin named Arson. It's true, very popular name in the Middle East and on the south side of Chicago where the operation stores. Arson owns a 7-Eleven, of course, right? It's burned down 3 times. Surprise, right? The FBI investigated him, couldn't find one piece of evidence. No evidence. How about the fact that he has twins that he refers to as the Matches? The daughter's name is Ember, the son's name is Sparky, who's a college burnout, who Arson says will someday grow up to carry the torch for the family. And he did. He opened up a 7-Eleven, and it burned down 3 times too. Talking about cavity searches. Why does it have to be so terrible? Why don't the airports, they're really hurting for money, why don't they use cavity searches as a way to generate some revenue? They use that big wand. You guys have gone through the airport, in the past year. It's rough. They're poking you with that giant wand every place. It's annoying. Under your chest, under your arm, every place. And it's like, making that ugly sound. That sound is scary. Why don't they replace the wand with a vibrator? A little, cute little French vibrator. Okay, you're done, Mr. Hanania. No, I'm not. You missed a spot, and I ain't leaving. You guys here to board the plane? No, I'm here for the cavity search. Great, $20 line B, bend over. When you've had them as much as me, it can be fun. You get used to it. How many people voted for President Bush? All right, my career's over. I'm done. No, seriously, I love the guy. I respect him today. But in the beginning, when his brother had to help him get into office, there was some doubt. Come on, let's be honest. Seriously, there was some doubt. I'm not saying there's doubt anymore. With the Patriot laws hanging over my head, I got to be real careful. But in the beginning, there was some doubt, okay? And by the way, I'm only allowed 3 George Bush jokes up on stage under the patriotism laws. On September 11th, for example, he had the entire military on alert. He had every soldier, every military weapon, every plane, and everything. They were going to bomb the hell out of Ireland. Georgie called, his father, fortunately, he had the phone call and said, "Hey, Georgie, there's no apostrophe after the O in Osama." Okay, you guys like sheep jokes? I'll go back to doing that. Let's be honest. He thought an Afghan was a shawl, and Yemen and Oman were greetings in Jamaican, okay? That's still one joke. Believe me, nobody's going to cheat me out of my 3 George Bush jokes. And there was a real concern. Colin Powell and Dick Cheney were worried that they were going to send anthrax to the president. It was a real serious threat. This is serious. Real. Serious. Real. Can you imagine the president the next day on TV with white powder all over his nose? Okay, at least you're not a cocaine-sucking crowd. That's good. All right, the last George Bush joke. It's getting a little hot up here. He got up there. He finally got his act together. I got to give him a lot of credit. The guy's doing a good job. Let's have a hand for George Bush, okay? All right. I am going to compare that applause on the tape later with the applause I get, all right? He went out. Remember that press conference? He got up there and he said, "Listen, do not let the terrorists hijack your lives. Go out and do things with your family. Don't let them ruin your lives. Do things with your kids." And he set an example. He went right out and got himself a set of fake IDs and went drinking with his 2 daughters. He tried to get in riddles. They wouldn't let him in. They said, "You don't look old enough, but the 2 broads can come in. That's all right, we'll let them in." One political joke about Yasser Arafat. This guy's in the bunker, okay? 6 weeks, they're pounding him with bombs and stuff. And he comes out after 6 weeks and they go, what's the problem? He goes, I couldn't shave, I couldn't change my clothes, and I couldn't wash. And I'm thinking, what the hell is the difference? That's the way he looks all the time. Yasser Arafat is that little Arab guy with the beard with the towel on his head. He's not the guy that looks like Colonel Sanders that's been eating the chicken. Listen, you guys have been a great audience. I'd love to take y'all hostage, but I only got 4 seats in my cab, so you're all free to go. Thank you very much. Give a big hand to Scott Derringer and our big headliner tonight. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.